Mind if I stick this microphone on you real quick?
Just don't stick him, right?
That's right. Heard you guys had an adventure. We were just talking about you.
Who drove?
Jerry, I told you, Jerry. Jerry? Jerry, I paid you for the drive.
What'd you say? It was the National Lampoon,
No,
boy.
it was the Lampoons now. Coach's trip right there. Just missing Chevy Chase. That's about it.
Yeah, it's over. You might as well turn around and go. Maybe you might be able to get a police escort if it's the right church.
You're going to be lit up like a Christmas tree, Coach.
It's all right. We'll make it work here. And we got pockets.
Everybody good?
You tried to get out of this today, didn't you?
Absolutely. No. Yeah, Jeff. There's no way it was going to happen. He was all over it. No, it just changed. We were going to fly up here in the fog. I'm like, oh, this is probably out. No, we're driving. Oh, we got to change the plan here. I had to get some. They were waiting for me. I had to finish up a couple clips on film before I left, so we could get some information shared and all that. But no, there's no way. We're going to be up here and be a part of this.
I haven't gotten a chance to see in person, so what's been the probably the biggest problem defensively as far as stopping the run? What's caused that?
You know, the one thing, in this game in particular, you know, they ran inside zone quite a bit, and our strength is inside. Ryan Carruthers is part of our strength. And he had 16 tackles in the game, so those are things that we feel like is a strength of ours inside there, where I think some of the run game explosive plays have come from has been on the perimeter, where they bounced it outside, and you know that's where linebackers need to make those plays, and safeties over the top. That's where they come into play from that standpoint. So when it comes to that, perimeter run game is where we've been hurt, and I think tackling on the perimeter is what we continue to work on, and those have been key emphasis for us through the defensive side of the ball in our practice time.
You talked about Freddie getting back in the mix.
Yeah.
Is this maybe a bit more diversified and open up offense the rest of the season, or?
I hope so. You know, it's one of the things, you know, what you bring in, we can put him in several different positions. The reality of it is we have several good players in all those positions too, so it's a matter of who you're going to take out and how you're going to utilize them and where we do it and our timing of it as well. But Freddie's a guy that he needs to play. He needs to be on the football field. It doesn't guarantee us that we're going to be able to do that every single time, but I do like his ability. He wants to be out there, and I think he's a young man that's done a lot of things to deserve to be out there as well. So we'll continue to find ways to get the ball in his hands, whether it's quarterback, whether it's putting him out at receiver, running back, whatever we have to do. We'll try to manufacture some things that way to get him on the football field.
On Tuesday night, you almost sounded like afterwards that you thought maybe simplifying things a little bit. That's what I took away from it, was kind of the way to go after watching the film and everything. Is that how you feel? Do you still feel that, or do you?
I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I do. I still feel that way,
Yeah.
and you know, simplifying from the fact of whether it's you know, the play selection is really hasn't changed much. We've diversified the formations and things like that, and maybe getting a little bit simpler with some of the looks that we do, but at the same time, just really honing in on the concepts and running our concepts correctly, and that's what we need to do. I think there were several concepts in there that we've run that that just didn't quite get run the way they needed to, bottom line, and we have to go back and just make sure that it's done exactly the way it needs to be done, and we give ourselves opportunities. And so that's the simplifying. That's just getting back to the basics of, if we're going to run this as a base DNA pass play, let's run it perfectly. Before we move on to any of our other little toys and things like that, let's get this done just exactly right.
Have guys vocalized that? Like, you know, said, hey, sometimes things are a little complicated, or can you just tell that?
No, you know what? No, that's completely, you know, just my opinion of right there. They like it. You know, they like to have a little bit of wrinkles and things like that in there, which is good, which we need to be able to do. At the same time, in order to do that, we got to do our base stuff correctly, and I think we will. We've done it before. Just like anything else, it comes down to consistency on offense. You do it right one time, and it's not right the second time. Where it needs to be right every single time, and that's when the opportunities come up for us.
Do you? I know during the season it's hard to get outside your comfort zone of the team, but do you talk to Mac Brown any during the season? And you know, Texas is really starting to play a lot better than what people were saying about him, you know, before the Oklahoma game. Can you just talk about Mac?
We text every week, He sent me a text this morning. I congratulated him on the win. He sent me a text back, that he's excited and excited for us. And, after our game on Tuesday, he sent me a text right after the game. Gave me some words in there that, a guy that's been in that position for a lot of years, was very helpful and impactful. So he's a tremendous, that's what I'm saying. He's a tremendous person. He does everything that he can for everybody. That's important to him and has been part of his life. And so I've always appreciated him. And there's no bigger fan for him and what they're doing right now than me. And I'm just excited and want to see them continue to win.
Coach, I know you talked about this a few minutes ago, but Tuesday night, you said you were a fan of Tuesday games before this past Tuesday. It's a chance for the conference and your school to, put themselves in front of the national highlights and fans. What could you have done differently? Was it tough playing on a Tuesday as opposed to a Saturday?
No, the time part of it doesn't really have, as far as playing on Tuesday, that is good for us. That is a great opportunity. It was an opportunity for both football teams, and we'd like to win that game. As far as everything leading up to it, the one thing about not so much a Tuesday game, I think the schedule, 2 games in a month, you got to be a little creative, on finding things to get your team prepared, for that time off, and you utilize that time. But you like to be in a little bit of a groove. You'd like to get into a rhythm, but it is what it is. That's just part of the scheduling, and we're never going to change an opportunity to play on national television, and that's really anywhere. It just happens to be on Tuesday, and that comes up again. We'll do it again, and we'll have a plan leading into it. We have no issues with it, but we'll learn from this plan, and we'll continue to take advantage of those opportunities.
Great recruiting tool, I guess.
There's no doubt. Anytime that, ESPN, those type of exposures for your program, it's always good.
As kind of goes along with that, is playing Tuesdays, playing kind of a wacky schedule pretty much whenever national TV dictates? Is that something you just kind of have to get used to? Because in the Sun Belt, that's a common thing, with a lot of the teams.
I think so. I think there's some teams and some conferences that are established, the times they play, and then there's only so many opportunities to do that, and so you got to be able to adjust. And like I said before, I've done that. I've played on every day from Sunday to Sunday, and it's been good. It's all been good. So we'll continue to do that, and that's part of what we do, and we're not going to shy away from it. And it really has no bearing on how we go out there and play. We need to go play. Bottom line.
Hey guys, time for 1 or 2 more, and then we got to get Coach on the road.
I just follow up on that. When you were at Boise, I know that they were kind of coming up when you were a player and a coach. Did anything you do there kind of help that? I mean, did you play a lot of those kind of wacky schedule games when under?
Yeah, more as a coach. We played on a Monday night, a Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday and Sunday, all those days. And so Tuesday kind of rounded the whole